as well. So we've got Welcome to the League from Illus and Thalane, and we are off. So here we go. Season 1, Match 1 underway. And what a way to start off with a single rupee.
I was gonna say, it's just like that big hype item to start with, a single rupee.
And I think Ellis gave us a quick map check. I think there was a green pendant at Era, crystal at Eastern, and I missed Desert.
I want to say Desert was also a crystal. I missed it as well because it was so quick, and I went back to Twitch and it was already done. Yep, another map check by thalane. We do have crystals 1 and 7 on Eastern and Desert.
Perfect. And let's see what we have as far as an item. Cane of Samaria. What do you think about the Cane of Samaria as a starting item?
It's one of my favorite starting items if I have to pick. It's one of the easier ones. You can use it to farm bombs a lot easier just because it does not use much magical whatsoever.
Yeah, compared to like the Fire Rod where you really have to preserve the magic usage.
Yeah, the Fire Rod, you only get 8 shots and you have to kill at least 5 enemies unless you want to use pots on the ball and chain guard, but you're probably just going to use a Fire Rod.
Yeah. So we're going to be farming for some bombs here unless we open them in one of the few chests we get. The Cane of Samaria does make farming a little bit easier, but you probably want to wait until you get more towards the ropes and the rats in the back.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe some pots to kill some guards quickly to get lucky, but other than that, or you can just pick up a hammer and not worry about having to kill anything anymore.
Wow, what a huge item right off the bat.
And both runners immediately switching to that hammer.
Yeah, this makes farming so much easier now.
Yep, hammer doing tempered damage is pretty much going to one-shot anything in Hyrule Castle.
Green Guard giving Illus a little bit of trouble there. We get pick up our first shield. So we got one more chest, and this again makes the hammer makes everything so much quicker. That ball and chain guard just 2 whacks with that hammer and he's down.
And both racers skipping the green guard for right now. Alright, let's actually gonna go for a pot and then the hammer.
And just a big 20.
Yep, the things in Zelda's chest, just 20 rupees. So the next chest in the Dark Cross room, which they are granted a free light cone in the sewers. It's guaranteed to be a key at this point.
So we've got 3 chests in the back and then the sanctuary. So one of those is guaranteed to be the map.
Yep, still haven't found the map, so that is still available. We still are looking for that bomb to try to get to the last 3 chests. Even if, both runners don't get a bomb, it can only really majorly hurt one runner is if they find like a glove typically in the back.
Yeah.
Then you have to walk all the way through the sewers usually to get back to that.
Yeah, neither runners have found that bomb drop yet. They haven't really farmed much either yet, but...
Yep, not a lot of farming just yet, but I'm sure that's going to change now that we're leaving and getting into the sewers where there's a lot of enemies really close together.
So far, a nice escape for both of our runners. Again, getting that hammer makes it so much easier, but...
Yeah, it's definitely one of those, hammer finding that after your starting weapon, probably happy to see, but if you'd had started off with like the Fire Rod or Cane of Burner or bombs even, you see a hammer, be like, thank you, I appreciate this so much.
This is a good spot to farm, though, with all these ropes right here. But not finding anything.
And no bombs.
Yeah, bombs just might not be in the enemy pack.
Never mind.
Oh, yeah, I spoke just a little too soon. Thalane gets his bomb. Let's see if Illus is able to find his.
Not killing any more ropes yet, but we'll see. He's probably going to go to the upper right corner here and go for some rat kill.
I like the Samaria strats as well. Oh, nothing.
Yeah, jeez. Seed is being stingy on the bomb drops.
Let's find out if how important it is. It's gonna be tough if Illus has to come back here. It's just a time loss.
Let's see the 3 items that we have. Well, there's the map and some bombs. Okay, piece of heart, so not a huge deal.
Yeah, not missing out by too much, but it is going to be a time sink having to come back here.
Yeah, I guess the only nice thing is with those bombs, if we don't find any bombs anywhere else at this point, thalane will be able to just go through Kakariko Village without having to buy bombs. Illus will have to come back and buy bombs and then go back to the north side of Kakariko Village.
And the last item is a heart piece. So the escape just pretty much just giving us the hammer.
Yep, really only major item other than, starting with Cane of Samaria, but a hammer by itself right now doesn't give us access to much of anything. It's just
Right.
one of those important tools to where hopefully the runners don't have to run Aga 1.
Yeah, and thalane actually going to give us a look at Lumberjack Ledge, it looks like, to see if Aga 1 is going to be required or not. And the heart tree pool.
Ooh, bush crab, 20 rupees.
Yeah, Illus looking for some bombs as well still. I missed the Lumberjack Ledge. Did you see that?
I was a piece of heart, so
Oh, okay.
not gonna be going there.
$300 though early is really nice.
Yeah, and especially with the knowledge of both runners have the knowledge of the bush crab. Who knows? Something like just getting the gloves, having to go to Zora, we more than likely are going to be able to get the money for that quickly.
Yeah. So runners doing it pretty safe. No real route divergence. Illus though going to have to go pick up those bombs first.
Looks like another tree pole we got knowledge of is full magic.
Sometimes what I like to do is jump down that well, see if I can get some bomb packs. Ever since they changed over the bomb upgrades to just bombs and arrow upgrades to arrows, feels like there's a few more opportunities to grab bombs here in Kakariko.
Yeah, it's typically, and even if you don't find bombs, it's not a huge time loss if you just check the one area, because you're going to have to go back up there anyway.
Yeah. All right, so what's Blind Tech going to give us here?
Rupees, bombs, piece of heart, 5 rupees, and Chicken Hut. I don't know if you caught that. We got the mirror on Chicken Hut, though.
Yeah, that's nice.
Vendors selling the most expensive arrows. Zora might have something to say about that later. We'll find out. There's our glove.
Okay, that makes it that back of escape check pretty easy for Illus now.
And the bomb, so it wouldn't matter which one you gambled on, you would have found some bomb.
And the seed is giving us a lot of money. It is generous today as far as money goes.
Yeah, I know the rupees don't point in that direction because Logic doesn't care if you have the rupees or not, but with the glove, technically Zora is on table now, so they have more than enough rupees to check that. Yeah, so Kakariko kind of nets us. We get the mirror and the gloves. We still got a race game to check in back of tavern. I don't know if Hylas checked back of tavern.
Get it now, just a piece of heart. So, we're one item away from Dark World access. Nothing's really leading us anywhere yet.
Yeah, not quite yet. I think we'll probably see standard routing unless, for some reason we see a Pearl on race game. Ooh, Silver's in the library. But we'll see. More probably the standard routing that you see on standard. Once you're finished with the Kakariko route, go south to Lake Hylia and maybe skip Ice Rod Cave, depending if you want to gamble that.
And just a heart container at the race game, so.
Yep, not surprised to see both runners skipping that. And the nice thing about the mirror going to the dam, you can skip a couple screen transitions.
Yeah, you only have to do the dam once. there's a bottle.
Bet they wish they would have found that about a minute ago.
Yeah. How about a second bottle?
I would have liked it if it was the other way around, because then we could have said it was just filled with water.
Yeah.
But
that was good. 2 bottles at the dam. Mini Moldarm Cave. What are you going to give us here?
a little bit different strats, and Illus made quick work of them with bombs. We got a lamp.
And a sword. So actually, Death Mountain is in play. Tower, that green pendant, Tower of Hera.
Yeah, sword, hammer. So even East Death Mountain as well. I would almost be, if I was running it, I'd almost be tempted to skip Ice Rod Cave at this point, just because of how much that opened up.
Yeah. Ice Rod Cave is one of those locations that, unless you have the flute, it's just never really convenient. So, it makes sense to do it now while you're over at Mini Moldarm Cave. But
yeah, unless you want to gamble that it is nothing. But, more times than not, typically that comes to bite you in the butt.
Yeah, whenever I skip it, it has the progression that I need. When I check it, it's 3 bombs.
It's like, I heard you want some bombs. It's maybe not so much. Thalane probably be happy. He was down to 3 bombs.
So I imagine Illus is going to check the back of Escape here, see what he missed out on. And Thalane is going to head over towards Eastern, I guess?
Yeah, I guess Sahasrara at least checking that.
We'll get a look at what's on the Lake Island. And that was the hook shot.
So I have a feeling that when the runners find the flippers, they're going to be quickly going there.
Yeah, that's an important one.
Especially considering when they get flippers, that actually means Swamp is completely open to them because they already have Hammer.
Oh, right, yeah. Hammer, mirror, and then grab that hook shot and you're good to go. Let's see if the back of Sasharala's closet has anything for us today. A little money, a little love, a little bond.
Nothing important today.
And Illus is taking that Death Mountain hint and making his way there. We don't have a lot left down here. We got Eastern. You could check Aeginus Cave. But, there's so many items to check on Death Mountain that it makes way more sense to route this in now.
Yep, and just taking a quick detour at the Lumberjack Cave himself. Making sure I don't need to run Aga 1. Hopefully.
I'm sure we're going to find the moon pearl here, but you know, if they find a sword or a cape, that does put Aga into logic.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're technically one item either way at this point. Cape or sword puts us into Aga 1, Moon Pearl gives us Dark World access. How about a bow for your trouble?
Wow. Wow. So that actually makes Eastern full clearable now.
Yes, it does, so... Even if we don't find anything else of value on Death Mountain, we probably know where to go now. Just a big 20.
A little bit of divergence. Thalane actually going to check the hint, and Illus is just going to check the item to see if it's worth it. I actually like what Illus is doing.
Yeah, but potentially, you know, the time that Thalane spends, depending on this hint. I mean, yeah, that's kind of helpful.
Yeah, that could save you quite a bit of time, actually.
Yeah, because especially since you already have the mirror at this point, you more than likely already checked all the mirror locations that you would typically do when you're routing it. So yeah, at this point, that is some valuable information.
Yeah, there's a really good chance that Illus checks that at some point. All right, we got our Death Mountain, our Dark World look. Man, I missed it. It was too fast.
We had Pendant on Turtle Rock. I saw a 6 on Meyer. I did not see where the second pendant was, though. I'll have to wait for the map check from Illus. So 5 was on Turtle Rock, and Ice Palace is our other pendant. Okay. Thank you, chat.
So the big key is in the basement. Illus is choosing to not complete the dungeon. He did get one item there.
Let's see if Thalane is going to do it, though.
So we've got some divergence.
Ooh. So Cape more than likely is not going to be required for Aga if we have to go there, because that was sitting on the floating island.
Okay. And this spiral cave without the boots is just the worst.
The Walk of Shame.
He gets blue mail as his reward. It's nice.
Probably kind of happy to see that, because the seed, I guess, you know, for Illus having skipped a lot of the health locations that Thalane has checked. Still only on 4 hearts right now.
Yeah, and he's about...
Speaking of that, without that blue man, he would have just died.
Yeah, so that came through. All right, so Elt's going to give us our look at Paradox Cave. Meanwhile, Thalane's going to make the Hera climb. How about the red mail and the mushroom?
Shortest blue mail ever.
Yeah, yes it was.
Oh, the triple kill on the mini Moldorms.
That was great. So 10 arrows, 20 rupees, 10 more arrows, the moon pearl, and just some bombs. So there you go. Aga is dead.
Yep, no Aga. 20 bucks. I wonder why Thalane is checking this.
I don't know. He got the 2 items, so there's rupees and bombs, I think. Was that right?
Yes, rupees and bombs. So still have the green pendant.
Yeah, so it makes sense to go and just kill that Moldorm here for that green pendant, because you're not coming back.
Yeah, so Thieves Town, Ice Palace were 5 and 6. Not Ice Palace. Thieves Town, Misery Mire were 5 and 6. Ice Palace is pendant along with Turtle Rock.
All right, how hype is Hype Cave going to be today?
that's a good way to start off.
Yeah, definitely not bad. So we've got powder, mushroom, and book. You know, all of those are good items in a sense, but they're also basically fetch quests.
Yeah, they are. But right now, I reserve the right to hold off on Judgment of Hype Cave due to being powder and book, because that could actually lead to other stuff that increases value of Hype Cave.
Yeah, I actually like this routing by Illus too. He's going to check Pyramid Ledge, probably. No, he proves me wrong. He's just going to go do Pod and then follow up with Eastern as well. So,
Yep, might
and
as well.
do Sasha's Closet while he's at it because he's got that mirror. So, this is really good routing for Illus.
Yeah, and I wouldn't be surprised to see thalane do the same thing. Not even been, or he's been there, but having the green pendant to turn in now too. Probably going to want to see if that gamble paid off in Hera.
So Illus going to pick up his bomb, Rupee, and Heart here in Sasha's Closet, and then we're going to get our first look at either Pod or Eastern. It really is the dream to do Pod and Eastern back to back and not have to double dip any of them.
Yeah, it's a wonderful feeling.
Especially when they're both crystals, because a lot of times you get the bow early and Pod is a pendant or Eastern is a pendant, and it's just you feel like you're wasting time. But now you get 2 crystals, get a full clear of them. See, between the two is what, 8 items?
Yes, that would be correct. And then even after this, you can kind of continue with your routing if you want to. Check Pyramid Ledge, go up towards Catfish Mirror, turn the mushroom in now that you have the powder, so you don't have to think about fake flippering or anything like that. Or not fake flipper, fake powder.
All right, first chest. Big key, so it is bow locked. Not a problem for our runners since they got their bow from the old man.
Yeah, I mean, even if they didn't have the bow, if either of the runners, I'm sure they probably both know Bottle Glitch. Dan was nice enough to give them 2 of them.
Yeah, that's right. Just another joke hint. Thalane actually doing a little bit of different routing. It looks like he's going to go towards Thieves Town and Village of Outcasts.
Yeah, I guess that kind of makes sense as well. Just route your way all the way around.
Yeah, so you do Village of Outcasts, Thieves Town, South, Hype Cave, into Pod and Eastern. Possibly pick up the flippers along the way. Go grab that hook shot, because he does know that the hook shot is on the island there. Illus doesn't have that information.
That is true, but one location thalane is going to have to leave behind is the shovel location, which Illus just found. So I think we have, all of our fetch quests now?
Yeah, that's right. Book, mushroom, powder, shovel.
Looks like thalane is going to take a quick stop into Skullwood, see if we can find some items.
Yeah, Skullwoods is one of those locations when you don't have the fire rod and you can't complete it. I always question whether or not to check it. It is a pretty quick check, but I always question myself.
I think it's kind of one of those same things that it's like you don't check it, and then there's something there that was important early on that you could have had the entire time. And a lot of runners that are playing now have been playing since at least V28 when Skullwoods was stacked.
So far, just a couple of keys. Oh, that's a big find for Illus there.
Yep, we got the flippers in pod.
So that's good for Illus. That means he can route in that stuff pretty early and probably do swamp after that.
Yeah, and also, if he goes and checks Catfish with the mayor, he can check all the locations. That's another one of those good feelings when you don't have to check Catfish by itself.
Yeah, for sure. So far, Skullwood's just the one item that we found, I think, was bombs. Nothing useful there. It looks like Thalane may check Bumper Ledge and possibly, I imagine he routes in Graveyard Ledge as well.
Yeah, probably just the shield upgrade.
Yeah, nothing we're going back for. It looks like he's opting out of skipping Graveyard Ledge. That makes sense. I never want to check Graveyard Ledge ever.
Yeah, if you had the boots this early, then you could route that stuff in as well, but no boots. It's by itself.
Illus picked up the red boomerang, so I think that was about it. But those flippers are pretty big out of pop. And Thalane gonna check that powder.
He actually doesn't have powder yet. That was it. He's gonna do a fake powder instead.
So he's gonna empty his magic, attempt to use the Cane of Samaria as he menus, and then switch over to the mushroom, and somehow it gets powder to come. Curse this with some cash.
I'm gonna say this is the real Batcave.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne is giving some of his fortune away. Just to keep his secret.
What's interesting is he skipped hammer pegs there.
He wouldn't have been able to get to hammer pegs because
right.
no mids.
That's right.
Also gonna route Sick Kid in. More money.
Yeah. It'd be pretty funny if all of the fetch quests literally just gave us cash.
The best fetch quests. Eyeless. Couple more arrows, I think. We'll take down Helmosaur King. And down he goes. For crystal number 1. And then we've got Ether in the Bombable Shed or Hut. The brewery, whatever you like calling that.
Yeah. Be interesting if that is needed. We don't know which medallions we need to get into Misery Mire, or possibly Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is a pendant. That doesn't mean it's not required in this seed. We'll find out. So Illus picks up his first crystal just shy of 28 minutes. Thalane's going to go for his here in Thieves Town. We get the benefit of having both runners' information. So far, who's routing do you like better?
Right now, Eyeless, just because, those flippers are going to help having hookshot, everything like that, and it's going to take the lane a bit longer to get to it. But we'll see kind of what Thieves Town pays out with.
Yeah, I think if Thalane finds something good here in Thieves Town, yeah, I don't know. We still need a lot of items.
Like, I think the biggest thing to find right now here would be the boots, because it would accelerate, his movement through all the dungeons that Eyeless has already went through. He'd be able to pick up silvers as well on his way then, so that would make, Armos, Pod, it would make all of that easier too. So far, nothing major out of Thieves Town or Eastern Palace.
Yep. Mostly dungeon items. We'll see if we find anything good, though. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the first match of the new ALTTPR League between the last locationers Illus and Team Awesome's Thalane. Week 1 of the season, and you can find all the information about the league at ALTTPRleague.com. Meanwhile, Illus picks up that third bottle just in case we needed one more.
Now that might be valuable information.
Yes, it is. We know where Quake is now, in a very inconvenient spot. Man, that's a tough one. It all depends on whether or not, when we find out what Misery Meyer's required medallion is.
Yeah, just especially since the fact, though, right now we know that Swamp House is within logic, technically. Since we already have flippers, they just need to go pick up the hook shot. And realistically, all we're waiting for to get to Turtle Rock itself right now is potentially a medallion, but other than that, just the myth.
Yeah, neither are runners really finding anything good in Eastern or Thieves Town, unfortunately for them. They are crystals, though.
Yep, that'll at least be important.
So I imagine.
Go ahead.
I imagine Illus after this doing water checks, or do you imagine him going to Thieves Town next in Village of Outcast area?
I think he'll, because he found the flippers. I have a feeling we're going to see Pyramid Ledge up to Catfish, and then mirroring and doing all the water checks plus Zora.
Okay.
But he'll probably prove us wrong.
Right. Yeah.
Just because that's what we said he was going to do. It's like,
Right.
no, I'm going to do something else. So yeah, Eastern Palace really not holding anything of value. Only really big thing there was that third bottle, but not really anything the runners probably need. They're just like to have.
Yep. Yeah, not a lot of items so far. Just that those flippers. So we'll see how Illus chooses to route this. It looks like he left an item. Oh no, just pushed the wrong direction.
Yeah, if you mirror too close, it just kind of sucks you right back in a pod. Oh, so there is a major item in Thieves Town.
Yes, there is.
Get the mitts.
Wow.
After,
and Thalane just
close fight.
Yeah, that was a close one. Half a heart left. Clutched it out though. All right, so that opens up a couple more checks for him. You can now do. You can turn in the frog. He can do the hammer pegs. He knows he doesn't need to turn in the purple chest, so he can just leave that there.
So nice skip, but yeah, a couple checks. Yeah, we are going to actually get water checks. At least the hobo, we'll see where he goes after this. Master Sword on the hobo.
That's nice. Take the hobo's only form of protection. And the flute. Wow. All right. So
yeah, Thieves Town paying off huge.
Wow, this is crazy. So what are we looking for? We're looking for the fire rod. Is that it?
Potentially a medallion. And then maybe boots, because we don't know Desert's
Right.
status on whether or not it's boots locked or Ganon's Tower Key. But yeah, technically we could literally just be looking for a fire rod right now.
This is nice routing for Illus, though. He's going to do Catfish and route it in with Zora, and is also able to turn in the mushroom. And what do we get for it? Just 20 rupees.
Keep that there just in case you need it.
Thalane activates his flute, and looks like he's going to do some South Dark World checks. Gets to do Dig Game, go over to Stumpy, check Cave 45, and do Hype Cave, and then we'll see if he routes in Pod and Eastern, which I imagine he will. Illus hopefully doesn't isolate that island item, though. He's going to have all the water checks except for that one.
Yeah, it makes you wonder when he'll go to check it at that point then.
Catfish with just the big 20.
Yeah, Waterfall of Wishing not having anything either. And Thalane is going to skip on the swag net.
All right, Zora's Ledge, just 10 arrows. We got scammed by the bottle vendor. I'm sure we're going to get scammed by Zora here as well.
Yeah, will you make my statement of the most expensive arrows in Hyrule a false statement? No, he did not.
It's an expensive $20, I'll tell you that much.
Well, with Bombos, yeah, now we are definitely only looking for a fire rod and maybe boot.
Yeah, that's right, because we know where the Quake medallion is. It'll be interesting if Meyer is Quake. But for Thalane, since he has the mirror, since he has the mitt, since he has the flute, he'll be able to check Misery Meyer's medallion location or requirement before jumping into Swamp. And he's already got that knowledge as well.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised to see him do something like that either. Just go to Meyer check and be like, okay, I don't even potentially need Quake. I'm gonna skip left side now.
Yeah, and unfortunate for Illus. I mean, he is going to pick up his mitts here. He's going to get his flute eventually, but missing out on that hook shot. So they're basically just going to flip-flop here. Did you see what was on Pyramid Ledge? I'm sure Illus checked it.
I'm sure he did, but no, I actually missed what was on Pyramid Ledge. So
Thalane's going to give us a look. It is just a piece of heart.
yeah, not gonna grab that.
Be real interesting to find out if we need the boots or not and where those are.
Thalane is actually going to, which, you know, with the flute, this actually makes a bit sense. It's just going to go right to Catfish.
Yeah, check Zora to find out what's on the ledge there, and then save and quit, I guess, and go to Pod and Eastern.
Yeah, or just flute. Doesn't even need to do a save and quit.
Well, then you have to walk out
from
of
Zora. Yeah, that's true. maybe even go check stuff like Meyer area first.
Yeah. So Thalane needs to get to pod, grab those flippers. Those flippers will get him the hook shot. He knows the information about the hook shot there as well. Illus
Yeah,
has the flippers, but doesn't know where the hook shot is.
Yeah, but that hook shot, not only will it give him access to Swamp, gives him access to, with everything else he has, is going to give him access to Dark Death Mountain and everything up there. We know where all the medallions are at that point, so technically Turtle Rock would be open. We don't know how far because no Fire Rod yet. Might not even need it either.
And Thalane actually hasn't turned in the green pendant yet. So we'll see if that ever comes into play.
He's probably hoping it does, since he ran that, and that was kind of a gamble.
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you've never seen Link to the Past race, the opponents, you do not know where your opponent is at this moment in time. You don't know what items he has, where he's been, anything of that nature. You are completely blind to your opponent's status.
All right, Thalane gonna exchange his 500 a big 20. We'll see where he goes next after he saves and quits. Pod makes sense. The desert area, my area, makes sense.
Yeah, because he could clear, maybe clear desert. Maybe want to go there for the knowledge that I need the boots.
Yeah. So we got bombs on desert ledge. And are we going to need Quake? Let's find out together.
Not for Meyer.
So as far as we know, we do not need Quake. Something could be in Turtle Rock. That Fire Rod could technically be in Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock could require Quake. I'm not counting on it, but it could.
Yeah, because obviously, Turtle Rock can hold the Fire Rod. It is possible depending on the key layout. But there are so many locations to check right now that the Fire Rod could be at.
This is where we're going to find out if we need the boots as well.
We sure do.
And a unique item is in Kakariko. Well,
so yes, we need. So at this point, we are Fire Rod and boots from Go Mode.
And just a 50 there. So where are those boots? Hookshot Cave, Swamp, maybe?
Yeah, Hookshot Cave, Swamp. Could Turtle Rock.
Yeah.
It's a pendant Turtle Rock. There's always something there. Oh, wait, that's a Fire Rod.
One item down, my friend.
So where are those happy boots?
Could be the back of Skullwoods.
I wonder how long it will take Thalane to actually go to Skullwoods now. Because with the mirror as well, you can clear Skullwoods, but you can check what's on the pedestal.
Yeah, that's right. We got the book. Thalane's gonna make the play for Pod Eastern. Probably turn in that green pendant as well.
Yeah, we'll definitely mirror, I'm sure, and turn that in while he's walking a pod. And I'm sure when he's done with Ice Palace, it's close. When he's done it with
Yeah.
Eastern Palace and Pod, he's probably going to be going very close to Ice Palace and picking up Hookshot.
Oh man, so Hera, a huge bust.
Yeah, so now you probably got that in the back of your mind. I went through all of Hera, and I had to even go into the basement of Hera to get the big key. How much time did I lose?
Yeah. So he's going to pick up his flippers here and realize that he is one item away from go mode. Illus is going to be picking up his mitts shortly here from blind. Getting mitts from blind is super convenient for routing. Isn't that French vanilla as well?
Yes,
Mitts
it is.
in, These Town?
It should be in the big chest. Blind left you a trap of bombs, took the mitts for himself.
What a jerk. See if Illus has a little bit better luck with blind here than Thalane did. Started off well. Cuts it closer than I think he wanted it to be, that's for sure.
Yeah, we're probably happy to see those mitts, though. And it is possible we might get some knowledge on a spot that the lane wasn't able to check. With Ilis's route, we'll see how he does it finishing this. I'm sure he's probably going to go pick up the blacksmith, check hammer pegs, get the flute, all of that. But he does have the shovel that the lane did not at the time.
That's
So I'm
right.
sure we're going to see a mirror for the shovel spot.
He'll also probably turn in that purple chest.
Yeah, which if he does turn in the purple chest, he will probably check on the tablet as well, because he does have Master Sword
That's
with
right.
the book.
Yeah. Is he going to pick up the swag net here?
The lane picks up the flippers.
Thalane probably happy to see those flippers, now realizing I can go grab that hook shot, and I just need to find the boots.
Ilis does pick up Swagnet.
Goomba filling us in. There was a second hint about purple chest and Eastern Palace. So
Yeah, I was like, wait a second, I could have sworn I saw a hint, and I saw the hint in Eastern. I was like, I didn't think they had duplicate hints like that.
yeah, there was a hint in the second hint in Hera as well. So
Gonna get some hammer yump from the lane. Or an attempt at it. Yes, indeed. Successful hammer yump. Gets the red boomerang. A map. And I think this other chest has to be a small key. Oh, nope, 20 rupees. He must have skipped a chest elsewhere.
Illus picking up his flute now, though.
Oh, okay. He skipped vanilla big key chest.
So we are on a hunt for Go Mode boots. I gotta say, that's not one I see very often.
No, and I think it's the last one you want to see as a runner as well, because
Yes, it
you
is.
want the boots early. It's a race. You want boots early and got to go fast.
So Thalane clear beat Helmosaur here. Mirror do Eastern, and as we've seen with Illus, there's nothing in Eastern for him there, but the crystal.
Yep, only a crystal. Thankfully, it is an important thing though. Still, can't
Yeah,
get to Ganon
for sure.
without it.
And super, just great routing on his end as well. Gotta love chat. GFE12 saying, you say Go Mode boots, but we still need Ice Rod since boots are on Trinex or Ped. Always wants our chat always wants the best for our runners, as you can see.
They want the most entertainment value. The longer the race goes, the better for them. They don't think about the status of the runners and how they may not want.
And those boots are one of those items again that are so inconvenient because they could be in so many different locations.
Yeah, I mean, realistically, at this point, they just cannot be in desert or anything behind desert. Other than that, they can be pretty much anywhere.
Now, hopefully for Illus, after turning in after probably checking the dig spot and tablet, hopefully he makes his way towards the island.
Shovel spot, nothing important.
So I think all of our fetch quests have netted us nothing.
Yeah. Because mushroom was 20 rupees, shovel was a piece of heart. Yeah.
We still have the books, I guess. The book. We haven't checked the tablet next to Hera because we didn't have the book then. And Illus is actually going to give us our first look at the tablet over here. Both of our runners' routes have been really efficient, though.
Bombo's tablet has bombs raining from the sky. Look like Illus is going to do pretty much the exact same thing Thalane did. Check Misery Mire, check Inside Desert.
I would say that Illus is probably ahead, but not knowing where the hook shot is can cost him some time. So
Yeah, I think it really depends on how soon he goes to check like Hylia Island at this point. Because if he decides to, maybe make because he's going to have the fire rod, so it wouldn't be surprising to actually see him, just go to Skull Woods, to finish that up quickly, and then maybe just go to Death Mountain if you don't find anything in Skull Woods, because I've got the fire rod. There's a good chance that I can get into Turtle Rock, and I've got Super Bunny Cave there as well. Plus the other tablet too.
Yeah, that's right. The worst play, I mean, I don't know if this would be great, but after maybe doing Skull Woods, would be fluting over to Ice Palace area.
Yeah, that might be something he decides to do as well, because he does have Bombos, plus he'll have Fire Rod, so that might make him think Ice Palace as well.
So, yeah, I'm trying to think of, man, the boots could literally be anywhere. I'm racking my brain. I'm like, oh, where would I go if I was running the seat to find those boots? And there's so many possibilities because you got, once you pick up that hook shot, you've got swamp, the 6 items there. We got Death Mountain, Dark Death Mountain with a hookshot cave and Super Bunny Cave. So
Yeah, a lot of locations. I think, especially with the hint that both the runners have about Swamp Palace now, I would say Swamp Palace would be one of the best ideas to go to, just because of, you still have 5 items in there that um, and you could potentially do a left side skip on Swamp,
yep.
or, go up Death Mountain first to see if you need Quake for Turtle Rock potentially, and then make that decision on Swamp.
So Illus's guys flew out. Let's see where he heads. And Illus, Thalane, I imagine is going to go get that hook shot right away.
Let's see. Yeah, it looks like he's going to be going to Skullwoods.
Yeah, this makes sense. There's still one more item. It's a crystal. Probably check the pedestal there as well.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. That is one location that the boots could be in that you probably do not want to see them in. But then it's a hunt for the ice rod at that point.
Feels like boots and swamp. But that's just my gut. I mean, that literally means nothing.
Well, yep. Thalane picks up hookshot. I almost want to say boots are in Turtle Rock, and it's just because, like, typically with the standard seeds I play, it always feels like that weapon that Uncle gives you, with the exception of bombs, typically, that the weapon he gives you hides something important. Thalane finally going up to Master Sword level.
Yep, picking up his sword from the hobo, and I imagine he'll finish off these water checks as well.
Yeah, they're nice quick checks because he's already done Zora, so he just needs to check Waterfall of Wishing at this point.
Meanwhile, Illus gets to take on Moth. I remember when I started playing Rando, Moth was one of the most intimidating boss fights. But playing a lot of inverted really tempered my fear of Moth.
I don't like Cold Stare anymore.
I'm with you. I'm with you there.
The amount of times inverted has made me try. Well, not try, I've done it, but the amount of times it said, hey, go do Ice Palace with 3 hearts. You can kill Cold Stare, by the way.
Yeah, I hate that as well. Thalane actually heading to Myers, since Myers now full clearable, and also a 5/6 crystal. So
Yep.
Illus picking up the last item in Skull Woods. It's just a piece of heart. And we're gonna check pedestal here.
Alright, chat, it's time to get your hype in. Nope.
Ped dead.
Sorry, chat.
That still doesn't mean the seed can't be evil, that's for sure. I mean, if the boots are in Turtle Rock or Train X, then it could be bad news.
I mean, bad news for the runners, good news for everybody in chat, though.
Yeah, that's right. So Illus gonna check the tablet here, and I'm guessing Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah, probably Super Bunny Cave and see if he's able to get into Turtle Rock. Ooh, Meyer's a god, Meyer. And I mean, he might not even decide to. He might go into Hera as well. He never went into Hera the first time.
True.
There is our last shield.
Yes, it is. Fire shield now. And good for Illus, he skips right past Hera for now.
Yep, and I like how Thalane's actually routing Misery Meyer, finding a very early big key, decides I'm just going to go right to Vitreous, see if he has an item that way. When he finds that second item, he can just leave at that point.
It'll be really interesting. What if Quake is required for Turtle Rock?
That might be why he's checking it too before doing anything else. Nope, Ether.
Oh man, so he's got everything he needs for all of Turtle Rock except for Trinex.
Just a temporary skip. We'll see if he comes back. He's gonna at least check Super Bunny Cave. I would actually be surprised a little bit if he decides to just completely skip out on Turtle Rock. It wouldn't take a lot of time to just dip inside of it. At least check the hint that's at the front.
Yeah.
Because the boots are guaranteed to be on a hint tile somewhere.
Yeah, we haven't seen that hint yet either. And we get to see Master Sword Vidi on the lane side. This is always.
So yeah, looks like he is going back to Turtle Rock. It's like, you've got plenty of safeties. It's time to use them.
Oh, wow. Cash requires a green pendant.
So he's probably happy about his skip to Turtle Rock now, or Turtle Rock, Tower of Hera.
Are you feeling it? You feeling boots here in Turtle Rock?
I am kind of feeling boots in Turtle Rock. The thing is, even if he finds boots, though, it doesn't put him into go mode. He's still gonna need to find that hook shot that's right out in plain sight.
Yeah, where are those boots, and when is Illus going to find that hook shot?
And sadly, he has to do this the long way because of no hook shot.
All right, so Thalane skipping out on Meyer. He doesn't think that the boots are there. I don't think he got a single item from Meyer.
Did Vitreous have an item?
I think it was the map.
Okay, yeah, so Vidi had map. Yeah, he only checked 2 chests, so yeah, he at least left 1 item behind.
All right, so far nothing. See how far Illus wants to go.
The lane is gonna go right into swamp.
I imagine Thalane leaves Quake behind. I mean, he's got the other 2. He doesn't know about Turtle Rock, but with Turtle Rock being a pendant, it feels like it's not worth it, right?
I mean, it does, but that might be exactly why he goes to grab it, and why he didn't go to Death Mountain to begin with. Is there's that 33% chance he can't get into Turtle Rock right now. Yeah. But if he does Swamp, he's guaranteed access to Turtle Rock at that point.
The yellow is useful. Some cash is held by someone friendly. What a great hint. Aren't we get our first look at Swamp Palace? First item, just a piece of heart.
Yep, so 4 unknown items left.
Got a heart container and Turtle Rock. We still haven't seen any other sword upgrades.
Yeah, Seed was kind of very sparing with swords. Gave us a fairly early fighter sword, but then we sat at fighter sword for a good long while.
If you finish all 7 crystals, do you go back to the library and get those silvers if you only have the Master Sword going into GT? Or do you risk it?
No, I would go for it because the time. Because let's see, it's going to be Desert Palace. I mean, even just fluting over to Kakariko and running down does not take that much time. You're going to have to flute anyways. I think you're saving that time by having silvers. It makes the last phase of Ganon so much quicker.
Now we're going to get our look at Mimic Cave here. And Swamp. So I think we're 3 items down with Swamp with the hint. We know there's 1 item left side. First 2 items were, our first 2 chests were items. So
Yeah,
I think
like he is going to do a left side skip then, because I would imagine if you're going to grab the item on the left, he would just do it right away. There's no reason to wait.
Yeah. Mimic Cave just yielded us another 20 rupees. Alright, flooded chests. What are we going to see here? The compass. And some more cash.
Piece of heart on Illus side, we're off to Laser Bridge.
There's the cane of Verna. Now it's starting to feel like Boots and Ice Palace sort of seed.
It could be. They could be in Spike Cave. I don't believe we've had a check from either runner on that. Spike Cave, obviously, we just found Berna, but you know, pretty much since we've had the mitts, we've had access to Cape.
All right, so we got 4 chests here on Laser Bridge. Thalane gets to do Master Sword Argus. One of these will be a key. We've got a unique item.
The silver arrow, or single. Nope, that last one has to be a key then.
Yeah.
So I have not been completely keeping track, or I lost track of the items in Turtle Rock.
With that map check, there's 1 more item left on Trinex.
Oh boy.
And there's a sword. Got tempered for fighting Argus there.
Yeah, which I believe the big key is locking itself then? But yeah, now with Thalane, there's no way I would go back for silvers at this point, having found tempered.
Yeah. I think Illus is making the play for Ice Palace now, which hopefully he checks the lake first.
Hopefully he does. If he goes in Ice Palace, that's before checking, that's going to feel bad.
And Thalane's going to turn in that big red bomb.
Oh no, he is going to go in Ice Palace before checking the island.
Oh no, Illus.
I mean, it could help because he finds, the boots in here, but it's gonna feel
Yeah.
bad. A unique item required. That could be the boots. They could be in Hookshot Cave.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Ellis went up there without the hook shot, so...
Literally, Jen, that hint was a unique item is behind the hookshot.
All right, Pyramid Fairy. 300 rupees and a heart container. First chest on ice is just the compass.
All right, Thalane, where are you off to now?
Oh, looks like he's going to head towards ice.
Now, this is actually kind of surprising to see him go towards ice first when he still has Skull Woods that he can go complete. And
He's
needs
got
to be
Skull
completed.
Woods, and then the items on the mountain. I wonder if he nopes out of here after reading this first hint, though.
It's possible. Nope. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yes. He's like, wait, nope, I'm out.
Oh, man. Illis is going to kick himself when he sees that hook shot just sitting on the island there.
I mean, it is possible that it is not in Hookshot Cave. There are other unique items that we have yet to find. So there is a possibility it's not boots. But you read a hint like that knowing you have not read the hint for the boots yet. Yeah, I do not blame Delane at all for being like, you know what, I'm going to go this way first.
Well, actually, I think we've seen everything else. We saw the cape. We know where Quake is. We saw the single arrow.
Ice Rod.
Oh, how that would be terrible.
But yeah, then he could technically clear Turtle Rock, and Turtle Rock has one item,
yes,
so
it does.
it might as well be a boots hint.
Oh boy.
If we see like another hint on Eyeless's side that says that a boss is holding boots or a unique item, then it's like, this could feel really bad.
All right, Ice Palace not yielding us anything so far.
He's not thinking about Turtle Rock right now, at least. He's like, I'm not even opening this up.
He's on a mission. All right, are we going to find the boots here in Hookshot Cave, or is it going to be the Ice Rod? Got a piece of heart. Got 3 bombs.
It's going to be the last chest.
Ice Hold, the Ice Rod.
There's still one chest. He did not check the bottom chest. And yep, the Fury slashes.
Wow.
Oh, so it was the Ice Rod. That's not the hint then.
So boots are either going to be here in Ice Palace or on Trinex.
Or Spike Cave.
Misery Mire.
Yep, Misery Mire, Spike Cave. Yeah, I think that's about it for locations between the two of them now.
Wow, this is crazy. What a seed to start off the league, I gotta say.
Yeah, and at this point, I expect the lane to go back to Turtle Rock. Be like, I can clear it. Let's go.
Yeah, this makes sense.
I mean, it's 6 items. Nope, we got the boots.
We're in no mode, my friend. All right, this is really good for Illis because now he can just leave Ice Palace and hopefully doesn't flute away and goes and checks that island.
Yeah, that will be the worst part.
Oh, and what's rough for Thalane is Thalane was in Ice Palace.
Yeah, the hint got him. which you can't really blame him for that hint, because it's like if you're only looking for 1 items and you have that, that information. Oh, well, there's Tempered Sword for Illus.
Yeah, so he's gonna have butter, so he's definitely not going back for those silvers. All right, he's mirroring out.
Yep, because I think he found all 3 items.
Oh no!
He's
Oh
leaving.
no!
No.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Just when we declare someone is ahead.
I mean, again, this does make sense as far as like why you would do this, because you have the boots, so you guaranteed clear on Desert Palace. You can clear Misery Mire now. But the fact that you haven't checked that item yet, and you were so close.
I mean, it was right there. It was right there. I wonder if he mismarked it or something.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what he does after Hera and Misery Mire.
I think Illus is just trying to live up to his team name.
It's very well might come to that at this point. So I wonder if he'll actually go back up Death Mountain to Hera before even thinking about.
Yeah, he might. I mean, he did get that hint about Hookshot Cave, right?
Yeah, and he can get 1 item in Hookshot Cave now too.
Man, what a race. This has been insane. So there's one more item in Desert, I believe.
Yes, I believe there was.
So it's either in the big chest or on the right side.
Yep.
But he does have that hint probably in the back of his mind about that hookshot hint. Or, yeah, the unique item requiring the hookshot. But I guess that's the item you need, so you're not going to find it there, right?
I mean, there is the chance, because you have the boots, that the first chest that you typically check, it was the last chest that Thalane checked. That is in logic with boots.
But I think the hint doesn't include that chest.
I'm not sure.
We'll see, but he's probably going to full clear Mire here.
Yeah, more than likely, so we'll see what item Thalane left behind.
Nice work in that whiz robe room there.
Yeah, very nice. So if you are just joining us right now, about an hour and 20 minutes into the seed, we are in no mode at this point. Thalane is missing the boots, which are inside of Ice Palace. He went into Ice Palace, found a hint that said a unique item was in Hookshot Cave, which led him to the Ice Rod and then into Turtle Rock. Illus is looking for the Hookshot, which is sitting on Lake Hylia Island, which he has yet to check, and he fluted after finishing Ice Palace.
Yeah, I have no idea who wins this race, honestly. I don't know when Thalane goes back to Ice Palace. I don't know when Illus checks the island.
Yeah, it's like, I think after this, Thalane is, I would say, go to Skullwoods to finish that, since there is still the 1 item there. And then at that point, we'll see. Yeah, he might only actually be at Ice Palace at that point. Also, Graveyard. I don't think either runner has checked Graveyard Ledge now that I think about it.
Yeah, that's true. Yep.
Illus could check Boots locked locations.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. Yeah, those boots unlock a couple more things for Illus, just for him to stay away from that island. Well, it looks like Illus tried to set up spooky action glitch, but just didn't get it to work right.
Yeah, thalane attempted it as well and didn't get it set up correctly either.
So we get to see what the item on Trinex is. But we know it's nothing. We've seen all the unique items, or know the locations of all the unique items.
That was probably a good feeling. The piece of heart to give you the full heart container when you're at 2 hearts on Laser Bridge.
Illus gonna have a little bit easier of a time with Vidi here. He's got Tempered Sword, as Thalane had to do Vidi with the Master Sword. Let's see if Illus goes back in. I imagine he does.
Yeah, at this point you're only 1 item away. I don't think you can really gamble on any spots not having it. Or he can leave.
Yeah, every prediction that we've made has not come true, so don't listen to us. Where is he going? To swamp?
That's yeah.
No, he's gonna go. He's gonna blind check the island. I bet first.
Hopefully. Yep, looks like he's. Oh no, he's got big bomb.
Oh no, he keeps tricking us. So still no island for Illus. Thalane gonna check Spike Cave and probably the tablet as well. Pick up his fire shield.
Just trying to get the bomb dupe. Yep.
And does.
Oh no!
Oh,
It blew up still.
that was strange. I don't think I've seen it do that before.
I haven't either. Usually that looked good. And the skull adding insult to injury.
Yeah, you always love that. Dash through bushes like you normally would like to, and still get bonked. So we're gonna get a look at Spike Cave, which again won't have anything of real value.
Yeah, at this point, every major item has been accounted for, so.
So there's 20 rupees from Spike Cave. Thalane needs to make his way back to Ice Palace and possibly bomb that hint.
I wonder if he'll step back inside, just go give that some slashes like, you tricked me!
He is going back to Ice.
Yep, looks like ice.
Illa's going to do his boots checks here.
Yep, so for the items that we haven't seen picked up, that are known though, we've seen silver arrows that are sitting in library, Quake is in left side swamp, and Bugnet was on the race game. And then Cape was floating island.
If you're just joining us, this is our first week and first match of the new ALTTPR League. It is a team league, and we've got Illus representing the last locationers and thalane representing Team Awesome. 16 teams, and we've got the playoff at the end of 6 weeks. So each match is important.
Yep, especially the first one. Want to get your team off to a good start.
Illus going back to Misery Mire.
Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Yeah, he really might lose the last location of that hook shot. This has been a crazy race. You don't see go mode boots, go mode hook shot very often.
Yeah, two completely different items for both runners. We know where they are, and technically both runner has passed by that location at least once. But thalane will be picking up the boots.
Yeah,
relatively soon.
Yeah, he'll be our first runner in go mode for sure. Illus picks up that key. He's now able to check the right side. Depending on where these two items are, again, we know that they're nothing, but there could be one upstairs, which would be a real-time sync. All right, we got 20 rupees. thalane gets the key. His next chest will give him the boots. And there he is.
1 hour, 28 minutes, 5 seconds. Thalane enters go mode.
Runs right past the duck.
The duck did not clear him for takeoff.
All right, so the last item is going to be in the unfortunate upstairs section of Mire. And again, this is just going to cost us so much more time. He still has to do swamp. I guess that's his last dungeon. He's already done desert and Skullwood.
Yeah, I think if Illus makes the decision to go to like Hylia Island right after getting this chest, that this is going to be a very close race. If he goes anywhere else, then I think at that point it's thalane's race to lose.
Yep. All right, just a couple 20s in Misery Mire. Let's see, call for the island. All right, this is the right direction.
I think he's checking it because there's nothing else in this location. Yep, he's checking.
All right, we've got ourselves a race.
Oh god, what have I done?
There's those slashes. All right, so Illus has to go pick up that hook shot, make his way towards swamp, which isn't the quickest, and then rush to Argus. thalane picking up his 6 crystal here. We'll flute over to Skullwoods. Does have a lead. but not insurmountable.
Yeah, a lot can happen in Ganon's tower. Oh, he is going to stop and go grab silvers, though.
That's a little surprising.
I mean, silvers makes a small difference as far as time on Ganon 4, but probably gained a little bit of time, but you really don't want to waste too much time.
Yeah, with the flute, makes everything really, really quick, so. All right, Illus about to enter Swamp here just in a minute. Thalane gonna head straight back to Moth. Try to see if we can figure out the time difference between the two.
Yeah, it's hard to tell like how much of a time difference there is because they're doing completely different dungeons right now.
Yeah.
Probably really won't be able to get a time difference until the 7th crystal is picked up by the second runner.
Yep. So we'll mark when Thalane picks up his 7th, and then when Illus picks up his. Could just all come down to GT routing.
Yeah, it's very possible. Or gambling, a Dark Magician strat, anything like that. Oh, Thalane almost getting grabbed.
Oh, wow. Great Moth fight from Thalane. All right, so 133.23, we'll say. Thalane picks up his 7th crystal. And we're actually going to play a little game.
That's right. It is time for everybody's favorite Link to the Past randomizer game. So everybody, we've seen the numbers in chat. If you haven't already, go ahead and get your guesses in. It is time for the Ganon's Tower Big Key guessing game. Guess any location 1 from 22 where you think that the Big Key in Ganon's Tower is going to be. The first one who successfully guesses that is either supporter of speed gaming either through a sub or 250 bits will enter, I believe. Is there a leaderboard for the league? That I'm not sure about.
Not yet. Not that I know of, but we'll get one. Sterling Glob, what do you think? What's your guess?
Let's see. I'm going to go with number 13.
It's a good choice. I'm always a fan of Bob's chest.
And we'll find out soon maybe if Bob is going to survive or not.
All right, so get your guesses in as soon as he enters that Ganon's Tower. We'll stop the guesses.
So I was keeping track. There is a minute and 34-second difference between the time they picked up their last crystals.
Yeah, not insurmountable for sure. Let's see where Thalane heads.
So it's going to be a little bit longer because it looks like Illus is actually going to grab silver.
All right, Thalane heads right. Number 1, a key. Number 2, 10 arrows. See if he keeps going right, or if we find the big key here. Illus on his way up now. Number 3, 50 rupees. Number 4, 5 rupees. 6, 10 arrows. Number 7, excuse me. That was 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yep, that is number 6.
I'll learn to count one of these days.
Next is going to be number 7. We got Bob's Torch.
It's a nice place for half magic.
Rest in peace, Bob. I was kind of wondering where that was, though, because we've pretty much looked at everything else between the 2 runners and still no half magic.
Yeah.
All right, so 8, 9, 10. 8's going to be 20. Number 9 is our 4th bottle, finally. Got another small key in 10, and number 11. 5 more rupees.
The number 12, piece of heart.
Ooh. Illus might be going left side first.
Yeah, I know. I think he prefers Dark Magician strats. We'll see.
Oh, okay.
That was number 13, I believe.
Yep, that was mine. I was unsuccessful.
Rip.
So 14 through 17 in the randomizer room. Piece of heart for 14. 15 is 20 rupees. 16, 20 more rupees. And 17 will go with 20 more rupees. So we've got your guess up next with Bob's chest.
Come on, Bob's chest. I don't think I've ever guessed right in the game.
I have a couple times. And I know chat's getting all excited because we're running out of locations and it could be their favorite.
It could be Tower Room. It's still available.
So yeah, we are seeing the Dark Magician strats. Oh,
right.
Not Bob,
Bob's
though.
there. All right, so if Illus actually does full Dark Magician strats, he could save himself some time. Unless, again, it is Tile Room. This could be an opportunity for Illus to make up some time.
19, number 20. Yep, he is going full. He did not pull the mirror out. So it looks like nobody specifically guessed 20 that was a supporter, but our closest guess was 19 from RD Walsh. GG.
Congratulations. All right, so Illus not going full right. Yeah, he's going max, so it's going to cost him a little bit more time. It's gonna Thalane would have to die a couple times on Ganon for Illus to catch up.
Yep.
And with silvers and tempered, red mail and what's 16 hearts.
Yeah, plus I think he's only used one of his potions, so he probably still has a blue and a red, I think. Half magic, everything like that. Yeah, it should be a fairly safe Ganon fight.
All right, Thalane, blink and you miss it. Thalane's almost through the gauntlet.
I was gonna say his gauntlet's been extremely quick.
Fire Rod strats on Moth. Not able to one cycle it, but we'll get the 2 cycle here. Picks up a little bit of magic there. Make his way through the next couple of rooms. Love the Wizrobe rooms.
They feel so good when you learn those and get to do those.
Yeah, this is one of those races where we literally found every unique item.
Yeah, might not have it tracked, but we know where they are at the very least.
Including the single arrow. Yeah, the cape was on Floating Island. Quake was in Left Side Swamp.
Yep. Other than that, everything else has been picked up.
Illus picking up the biggie. Oh, Thalane got nabbed.
The bunny beam. The equalizer bunny beam. Not completely. More stuff will have to happen, but... Ooh, I did see something too, Chat, and Chat pointed this out. Illus is climbing the tower with no keys.
Oh no. Well, hopefully for Arliss, there's a key up there. We didn't. Thalane obviously skipped him, so.
Yeah, I mean, there's a very good chance that there's a key. Ooh,
Wow, that was a fast Aga too.
Yep, we got the double triple.
Wow, impressive. All right, Thalane getting ready to take on Ganon here.
Ganon with the serious questions.
See if Thalane's done this enough. I'm sure he's going to one cycle. He does. Gets past the first phase in one cycle. Already onto the second phase. Looks like he got through that in one cycle as well.
Yes, he did.
That was a great Ganon's Tower by Thalane.
Yeah, Illus is having a very good Ganon's Tower himself as well. When Ganon stops teleporting, one more hit, there we go. It's going to put us into the fourth and final phase.
4 arrows into his back. There's one. It's a double. Just need one more. Down goes the pig.
And there's the key.
Oh, good.
For
That's good for
Illus.
Illus. Yeah. Get your GGs in chat. Thalane, our winner today. And what a race to start off the league.
Yep, and he will finish first place this race with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 46 minutes, and 4 seconds. So if you haven't done so already, get your GGs in chat.
And Illus, I mean, really not that far behind. Already up to Aga 2. Look at you, miss it again. Down goes Aga 2.
Another very nice Aga 2 fight, and Illus is going to be off to Ganon.
And with Butter Sword and Silvers, this is going to be a quick one as well. It's hard not to one cycle Ganon with the Butter Sword.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, there were 6 strikes right there. Get some dash strats in.
All right, there's the Force Slash. Just a couple more arrows.
That torch on lighting at the worst time.
There you go. There's arrow number 4. Down goes Ganon. Get your GGs in chat for Illus. The last locationers.
Alright, and Illus will finish with an official SRL time of 1 hour, 49 minutes, and 20 seconds.
GGs to both Thalane and Illus. We're going to talk with them both here in just a second. All right, joining us now, Thalane and Illus. GGs, fellas.
Hey, GG's Illus.
GG thalane.
Well, where do we begin with that seed?
That's a good question.
It started out really nicely.
Yeah, once you guys both got Dark World access, you guys took different routes. Thalane, you went to Village of Outcast area. Illus, you did Height Cave into Pod and Eastern, and you had the boots before. You ended up getting the boots before Thalane. You just left that one hookshot item location last.
Yeah. I should have checked it after Ice Palace. I was I must admit I kind of forgot about it until very, very late, but I figured that after checking those swim locations that I just isolated for a while, and it did not work out well.
And Thalane, what do you think about the hint system?
It's a pretty good system, right? And I was like, okay, Ice Palace has bailed me out so many times. Sorry. So why not go there and see if I can get any lucky, like either with boots themselves or a hint. And then I got like a really good hint right off the bat. I was like, oh, that's perfect. So let's go up the mountain, right? Because Hookshot Cave, that's like hookshot locked in every mode. So let's go there, check this out. And then I got the ice from there. I was like, can't go back to Ice Palace now since I'm already right next door to T-Rock. So I had to full clear it. Sadly, there was nothing in there. And I was like, okay. Yeah, I just thought maybe Illus fell for the same trap. And
yeah, I basically did. I fully cleared Turtle Rock as well, except for, Trinex, because I never found the ice rod.
Oh, but that was in Hookshot Cave. Oh, yeah, right. You didn't have the hookshot.
Great.
Okay, well.
It was a great match. You guys went back and forth. We had no idea who was going to get the last item first. We were in no mode for a while. Thalane, you actually checked and saw the hookshot on the island pretty early. And then when Illus got the boots in Ice Palace, you actually just entered Ice Palace about the same time. The only problem is you left. So we kept wondering who's going to get that last item first. Is Illus going to go to the island, or is Blaine going to go back to Ice Palace? And it just never really worked.
Yeah, I had crystals to clear from my point of view, so I mostly did. In the end, I gambled a bit on Desert Palace and Misery Maya, but after the big bump being nothing, I got cold feet and went back into Misery Maya. So yeah, there was that.
I think I was pretty lucky doing that Sahashala check before going up Death Mountain at the very start of the game, because in retrospect, there was a very bad play, because I was planning to clear Hera anyway, so I could have just gone to Sahashala with the green pendant, right? But yeah, I think it worked out. Who knows when I might have gotten the hookshot then.
Yeah.
I just gotta say, we got our team name for a reason.
Yeah.
Oh, we too. Sorry.
Well, that was a fun race. I know it was probably a little frustrating when you found the items that you were looking for go mode, but as viewers, we really enjoyed that one. You guys put on quite the show.
Yeah, it was nerve-wracking, but also pretty fun. I was wondering what the lane was doing and why he was not done yet, especially after finding that hookshot on Lake Hylia Island you could have had at like 20 minutes, but I guess he got baited by the hookshot in reverse.
Yeah. I guess that's what happened, basically.
Yeah.
I just hope it was fun to watch for everyone, because it was not that fun to play without boots for like 1 hour 30 minutes.
Yeah, how awesome is go mode boots?
Yeah, that's not. I mean, it's better than no boots, right? But it's still awful. So
I disagree. I'd rather have no boots and boots not required. I mean, I would have lost this seed like even more if boots weren't required, but I'd rather have, I don't know, boots in GT and boots not required, and you can just clear the crystal and go ahead and clear the game instead of looking for one more item for like 20 minutes.
But my hand hurts from pumping.
Deal with it.
So game 1 in the books for the league, for your teams. You guys, a lot of great teams in the league this year or this season. How you feeling about things going forward from here?
For me, I'm looking forward to having fun. Like, there are a lot of different modes that we'll be able to play, and you can bond with your teammates, you can discuss tactics and who will play who, and it's quite fun. And yeah, I'm looking forward to what's coming next.
Yeah, same. There's not much more to say from my side. Just kind of curious how this whole league system is gonna work out, so I'm looking forward to all that.
Yeah, you and me both. Link, you have any questions?
No, you pretty much cleared all the questions I wanted to ask.
All right, so we'll wrap things up here then. Illus and thalane, thank you so much for your race. You guys again put on a great show for us. It was a lot of fun. We do have another league match coming up later tonight on Speed Gaming 2 at 8 p.m. Eastern. We've got 2 Pearl, 2 Furious' Trinex versus the Titans Mitts SAGTG. So more league match tonight. There's 16 matches throughout the week. So keep your eye on those. You can always go to ALTTPR League.com to get the schedule and to see the teams and all the different runners. Join our Discord, and of course follow Speed Gaming, Speed Gaming and Speed Gaming 2 through 6. And there's also French and German channels as well, which I believe the German tournament is going on. The ALTTPR German tournament is going on.
I think there's a French one as well running at the moment.
That's right.
Yes, there is, I believe.
There's also a spoiler log tournament coming up at the end of the month, I believe. So keep your eye out on that as well. Guys, I can't thank you enough. This was a great race to kick off the season, and I look forward to seeing how the season plays out. So GG's to you.
GG again. It was a lot of fun racing against thalane. I hope if we match up in the German tournament, it's gonna be a bit better for me.
Yeah, we'll see. I think we both have a rough spot, but I just want to say thank you both for commentating, Fear Agent and Sir Link a lot, and thank you literally Jen for tracking. Also, for everyone watching, and kind of a quick shout out to my friends from the other division, the Lake Hylia division, Team 4K, 4th and Forehead. I love you guys.
Yeah, I want to thank you guys as well, just as thalane said.
Yeah, so thanks to our tracker again, literally Jen, doing all the tracking for us, keeping us online. Sir Link a lot, thank you so much for doing comms with us. It was a blast.
Yeah, it definitely was great to see to kick off the first Link to the Past Randomizer League. I'm excited to see what the next 9 weeks bring with it.
Yeah, as we crown a champion. All right, that's going to do it from us here at the ALTTPR League and Speed Gaming. Thank you all for tuning in, and we'll see you soon. Goodbye, everyone.